Okay. But I'm thinking about Melania Trump and Hillary Clinton. They are polar opposites of each other. Pretty much Melania Trump's a Taurus and Hillary Clinton is a Scorpio. They're exact opposites. So they have two very different backgrounds. So Hillary Clinton, she was she was basically raised in regards to politics. She was always trying to exceed and be the best, prideful, emotional, and calculated. And she earned a lot of titles throughout her school years and in regards to politics, even getting with the president of the United States. Extremely high, extremely prideful, emotional, and calculated high achiever. However, but it's the thing about it is that uh, you can people consider her scary. Um, and she said herself that she wasn't the most attractive girl in the room, and sometimes they would dress down just to try to wear what there was some style that was going on back then, and so they was dressing down. But she said she knew that she wasn't the most attractive girl in the room, but she knew that she was the smartest, and she could think circles around people. That's not she didn't say that, but it's just looking at what she's done. You haven't even seen half the stuff she's done, and I think that's also why Donald Trump, during his first go around in 2006, he didn't go after her too hard, because this woman is to be respected. She really is. I can't. After looking at the documentary, I'm like, I can't really. No, I can't make any. I can't crack any jokes on her. Can't. She's been through a lot. She's done a lot. But my point, Melania Trump. So Hillary Clinton is a scholar, basically. Melania Trump. I don't think I have her ascendant. No, I don't. But she's a Taurus. Her background is basically modeling. I watched Melania Trump's documentary too. No, well, not documentary. I watched an interview, and I watched just one interview, and it basically told me everything I need to know. I think the interview was in regards to the release of her book that came out a while back. But I watched several. I think I watched like about three that I think I could find in regards to Melania Trump. But still, she basically was a model, and instead of falling to men's feet in regards to being just a walkover. Sorry, Hillary, but instead of just standing by her men, she was told by several modeling agencies that, oh, you're not pretty enough, you're not, and she had to fight to be pretty. And so but she said that that made her cold hearted in regards to bad news that she could receive, because modeling, even though modeling is all inclusive now in regards to all shapes and sizes, you had to be pencil skirt thin, this thin, to even hope to be a model, and then you still might not make it, and then they call you ugly to your face. But anyway, so she had to fight to be pretty. She had to re invent herself probably almost daily in regards to image. Hillary Clinton had to reinvent herself multiple times through emotionally. As a matter of fact, back to Hillary Clinton. Sorry. Hillary Clinton, she refused at first. She refused to get Bill Clinton's last name. And at first you would think like, that's commendable for a woman. But you had to think about why. And so maybe she already knew what Bill Clinton was. I'm just assuming. And she's like, nah, I'm not finna. I won't keep my last name. Just like what in that movie with Tina Turner and Ike Turner. What's love got to do with it? She said, all I want is my last name. I don't know if Tina Turner is older than Hillary Clinton or not. But I mean, anyway, or if the movie came out before those situations or whatever. But still, that's what comes to my mind. But anyway, I think probably Hillary Clinton, she knew what she signed up for, and she had a very calculated agenda. She even said she was riding in the back of in the back seat of a car, and they was doing a news interview, and she told the newscaster or whatever. She said that we're inside of a dog eat dog political competition, because this man he was asking her, I think, her about the scandals. So anyway, back to Melania Trump. Melania, she had to compete with several models, and she said she was told that she wasn't the right hair color, the right fit, the right etc. And she understood that it was just about what the company wanted, and it wasn't about her. And so she said she finally found a modeling agency that wanted her, and that's what got her out there. So, but it took a lot of external doings. Unlike Hillary Clinton, she had to do a lot of internal doings in regards to how she would handle Bill Clinton. And in regards to Melania Trump and Donald Trump, I believe, because Donald Trump, I ain't gonna say that. I still want that solid gold medal. I ain't finna mess it up. And that 13 mil. But anyway, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I gotta look at my videos in regards to why I voted for Donald Trump, or why is a black man voted for Donald Trump. It's inside of one of those 4 videos. But anyway, and that's on YouTube. I'll probably post that video on Rumble and other sites later on. But anyway, my point: Donald Trump probably chased after Melania, because Melania, she probably had to deal with so many men trying. And I'm not saying having relations or whatever. She was just billionaire. Okay, I've seen that done. I've seen that, dealt with that, whatever. Millionaire, seen that done. And here's Donald Trump. He's like, hi. And she's like, hello. Matter of fact, me and Melania Trump have the same birthday. I'm born on April 26th, 1990. And I think Melania is born on April 26th as well. I forgot the year. It's probably bad for me to say anything about the year in regards to a female anyway, but still. So, yeah. She saw money, and she was like, yeah, been there, done that. And he probably just had to chase her down and woo her for a while. Anyway, there's a stark difference between those two. And you notice you don't really see Melania Trump inside the forefront. And when she does come out inside the forefront, she tells you how she feels about what she feels. I think she had a quote that said, "Do you really care?" a few years back. And I'm the same way. I'm not going to pretend to anything. What you see is what you get, and there might be some secrets. There may be a few secrets, but it's what you see is what you get, and that's all you get. Anyway, let's see here. Let me pause for a second. Okay, I'm back. But anyway, so what did I say? Well, I didn't say this, but Courtney Love. I saw Hillary Clinton's documentary. I can't bring it up, but still. I saw Courtney Love's she made a quote. And I think this article, it came out on May 6, 2010. But she made a quote saying, "Homely girls try harder in bed." And so that's what I think about in regards to all these men saying things about Hillary Clinton and her being a Scorpio and all this other stuff. And then anyway, and then you think about Melania Trump. Anyway. Bill Clinton's probably having the best sex of his life, huh? If you flipped. Anyway, so the other article that I read said that he might have a 5-inch something in the circumference of a quarter. So it must not be that great. It's not like he's the most attractive, again, voice actor inside of the Resident Evil universe, DC Douglas. Anyway, you know it's funny. How come you hardly ever see any Republicans that you find out their size? But so apparently because of this article, we know Bill Clinton's size. Apparently we know Hunter Biden's size. And then we have who is this other guy? Jeffrey Tubin? Is it Jeffrey Pulling? Jeffrey Yanking? What is Jeffrey Tubin? CNN something. Phone's acting up, but Jeffrey Tugging. Anyway, some guy named Jeffrey, from CNN or whatever. He was on a Zoom call, and apparently he thought the Zoom call ended, and he just whipped it on out and said, "Okay, I guess I'm gonna be tubing today." And he had a phone call. You got a phone call, so you might want to put that tool up, buddy. You're live and oh god. Anyway, when was that? That was I think 2020. Anyway, and then we had what in 2019? Apparently, some guy named Eric Fartswell. That's not sex. Well, it could be sexual. Oh, anyway, Eric Swalwell apparently. Well, it's reported that there was an event that sounded like a fart on live television. You can just Google the loudest fart in the world, or it was the fart heard around the world by Eric Swalwell. Eric Swalwell. I'm sorry. This phone is look. This is what happens when I try to. Can you see it? This is what happens when I try to do anything with this phone. I can't. Nothing's happening. Nothing. So, yeah. I'm not lying to my phone is acting funny. Anyway. So yeah, apparently this guy named Eric and a weird sound on the same interview happened. What happened? We can only he says, but amidst the loud noise was funny. So Representative Eric, I'm looking at the article. Rep Eric Swalwell denies farting during live TV interview, but amidst the loud noise was funny. Was it relieving? Anyway, let's see here. So we know apparently somebody knows Jeffrey Tubin's size. Somebody who was on a Zoom call. Anybody can find out the size of Hunter Biden's something. And apparently this other news article is saying that Bill Clinton's is 5 inches in the circumference of a quarter. Anyway, let me pause for a second. So, we live? Okay. So, the article specifically states that in regards to Bill Clinton's size, the research I have to do, it's so fucking fun. Anyway, his erect, the size is about 5 inches long, has the circumference of a quarter, and heads off at an angle, presumably rather like a finger bent at the joint. Americans might be cringing at Marco Rubio's nudge, wink, wink comment about Trump having small hands. But I think it's probably bigger than 5. It's huge. That's a nice size. It's commendable. I mean, I don't. Not, wait, they kill people. This is Hillary Clinton. Because I mean, seriously, to put that woman through this much, and she probably would never be the first female president because of you and your actions. So, I feel no waste. Eric Fartswell and Mr. Pulling. That's Mr. Is it Pulling? Anyway, what else? Who else had a? Oh yeah, Hunter had a nice picture. It was a very nice picture. It was commendable. Anyway, Anyway, let me pause. Okay. But I just want to say, I don't think that the amazing voice actor, DC Douglas, who is the best voice actor of all time in regards to Resident Evil, I don't think that his size is out there. Unlike Mr. Tubin or Mr. Pullen, who was on a Zoom call and apparently got rehired back at CNN. Go figure. Somebody must have loved him. Or somebody must have loved that. Anyway, and I mean, Hunter Biden, I think, is still selling paintings or whatever. People buying them. I mean, his father still did win the presidency, even though that picture was out there, boy. The pictures leaked before the election. They were out in October. So Hunter Biden's stuff got apparently leaked, and his father still became president, and he still was treated as the golden child. And yet DC Douglas, who's the best voice actor of all time in regards to Resident Evil, is no longer voicing a very, very specific Resident Evil character. Anyway, let's see here. My point. This phone. Pause. Okay. Anyway, in regards to Hillary Clinton, I say that this woman is commendable because pretty much, at first I was like, man, everybody was saying a lot of bad things about her, but if you look at what she's done, I can't hate her. Anyway, I wrote down here, I said that she didn't even want Clinton as her last name. She probably already knew what Bill was. She didn't want the fancy clothes, as a matter of fact, in the beginning. She dressed down. She wore these huge Coke bottle glasses, and her hair was just, I think she had long hair at first, and then she cut it short because of Bill Clinton and trying to impress his mother. She was a scholar, and she was like, she exuded excellence. Gemini rising. Calculated excellence. She changed herself to be the perfect wife for this man or Bill Clinton. And she built this man, honestly. She built this man. He probably would not be anything without Hillary Clinton. And yet you have now men saying, oh, he has to wake up next to Hillary Clinton. Look at her. But look at Monica Lewinsky. She's done aged like fine wine. And then you have Monica Lewinsky saying that, oh, I'm a victim of cyberbullying. And yet Hillary Clinton has to, she ain't even clocked in yet. And she getting insults. And when she clocks in, she has to deal with even more insults. And that's just when she clocks in. She has the rest of that's a Monday. That's 6 o'clock a.m. on a Monday for her. She has the rest of the day to go and the rest of the week to go. And so on. And then Monica Lewinsky has the audacity to say cyberbullying. I'm surprised she's still alive. I'm surprised Monica Lewinsky is still alive. Honestly, I'm like, if it was Hillary Clinton killing these people, I don't know. I think it was probably Bill Clinton, or it's probably some people behind the scenes. But because I mean, it was Hillary Clinton. The only person Hillary Clinton probably killed was a man who was tied to the tree and he was shot like 10 times or 20 times with the shotgun. And they said it was suicide. She was probably so pissed off at Bill Clinton. She said, "You know what?" She said, I can't take out Monica Lewinsky because she decided public or whatever, and they gonna know it's me. I want to kill this man. Woo. You have to be a different kind of mad, a different kind of upset, and I mean she has to keep it all together for Bill Clinton, and yet she still has to constantly hear, oh, Bill Clinton has to wake up next to that. I'm on Hillary Clinton's side. But then again, I'm not saying that I'm all on her side, because the thing about it is that she had plenty of times to just say, I'm done. And she just wouldn't do it. Because of one, her Mars. Her natal Mars, it's in Leo. And do I still have a chart pulled up? Let me see here. Well, let me finish what I was saying first. It's Tina Turner's story. What did you say? I said serial home wrecking whore. What was that? Oh, anyway, oh, is it still recording? I said nothing. You heard nothing. These are just notes from websites. Let's see here. Hillary Clinton went through a lot just for this man. Yeah, she had, and it just wasn't for the man. It was for the like, she took on the role of just the perfect woman, not just the perfect wife, the perfect woman. First, it was the perfect wife or perfect partner, and then the perfect woman. That's what she had to be in regards to Hillary Clinton. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna do a chart reading for Monica Lewinsky nor Jennifer Flowers, because there's just after seeing all the others that's come out, I'm like, look, the only victim here probably is in regards to Hillary Clinton, but yet she's complicit in it. But she's a very strong woman. She's commendable. And I said at first I didn't like Hillary Clinton, but I'm like, Hillary Clinton is just as strong as Betty White. Betty White, I think, is one of the strongest women inside of the political, whatever. She's one of them, and like what Tyra Banks is Oprah Winfrey. What they've went through, but then again, but in regards to Oprah, I'm not gonna get into politics. I mean, powerful women. There we go. But let's see here. Betty White. I was on Betty White. Betty White, she refused to have children because she knew that this is a man's world in regards to work, and so she knew that she refused to have children. She got with a man that had children, and she treated them as her own children, but she was like, I gotta work. This is what I'm. Betty White, she is to be respected, and she had to deal with a lot of stuff on set in regards to the Golden Girls. I ain't gonna get into that. But yeah, let's see here. Yeah, oh yeah, I was talking about Hillary Clinton. I'm going through my notes. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling in this video. But let's see here. Hillary Clinton had to be a strong woman to pretty much get the news that Bill Clinton, and when I wrote this, I thought that there was only the Monica Lewinsky scandal and maybe some other people inside of the there was some other females, but it wasn't like really like a huge scandal. But then come to find out, there's the Jennifer Flowers scandal, and I think she released a book and all this other stuff. I'm like, this man is just a serial cheater, and he's not even that attractive, nor reportedly has that much to physically, anatomically offer. Whatever, you know what I mean. Anyway, let's see here. So she gets the news of the infidelity, the second major news scandal worthy infidelity, with proof. That, yeah, and she has to go do this interview with Matt Lauer. It happened on January 27, 1998. It's a day after Bill Clinton claimed to not have had sexual relations with that woman, and she had to sit there and be like, everything's fine. And when the truth comes out, it'll come out. We've been through these scandals a lot of times, and she had to keep it all together. Couldn't cry, couldn't. She had to exude the perfect woman. That is a lot to take on, and that's Hillary Clinton brought that same abuse that she took in regards to Bill Clinton and the news back then. She brought that same scarred girl, that same scarred woman to 2016. And reality has changed. Women have changed. And you can't wear that mask anymore. The women, life is not perfect anymore. You can cry and people will care. And they will not call you, oh, you're so feminine. Oh, we knew you couldn't handle the job. That's not what, that's not, I'm trying to find a term to allude to previous in regards to, anyway, Hillary Clinton was stuck in the mindset that she had to exude the perfect, the unshakable, unbreakable woman. And we're in a time now where people are being emotional is more open. It's more accepted now. So let me see here. She brought that outdated persona to 2016, and that's why she lost. Because Donald Trump was the exact opposite of what she was taught to bring in regards to politics. And so that's why she was so shocked that she lost the 2016 election. Perfection has devolved into understanding. Because I used to be just like Hillary Clinton. I was with an ex before my Scorpio that they made a comment one day. They said that because I thought the same way. You have to be perfect. You have to do things a perfect way, and life is not perfect, and dreams sometimes don't come true. Things that you think that you can actually get sometimes are unattainable for you. That's just the reality of the situation. So perfection does not exist, and that had to be learned. And so I'm in the mindset perfection. This person uttered a quote. They said, "I'm only human," and I looked at this person. I'm like, that's an excuse. But I didn't say it to their face. I didn't say it because I'm like, my mindset is I let a person be who they are and I be who I am. So in regards to a situation like that, but so I'm thinking this person said, "Oh, I'm only human," and I'm like, then I said that's an excuse. And then that person, they just devolved into a whole spiral of other situations, and I had other stuff to do, so we ended up separating or whatever. That's before my Scorpio. But anyway, so I used to think the same way in regards to just having to it wasn't wearing a mask for me. That was just my reality. Perfection. So, imperfection does not exist. You learn that, and it's bad thinking now that somebody's saying that I'm only human. It's just I'm like, that's a freaking excuse. Anyway, I'm like, wow, you were something, and I was pretty everything that I did I excelled at. So anyway, everything I wanted to do, you know, I was a perfectionist, and I am a perfectionist. But anyway, Hillary Clinton. So what was I saying? Her only downfall was trying to help. Well, really trying to be perfect, and also trying to love this man in a world of monsters. And that's how she ended up becoming one. She never wanted those fancy clothes and to do all this stuff or whatever, but except she did it for Bill Clinton. She did it to exude. She did it. Whew, Leo. That's why Leo is king. She did it because one, she was prideful. Two, she was trying to excel to the top. So let's see here. With Bill Clinton. Let me pause for a second. Okay. And so I was watching some other astrologers, it was two females. I was trying to do some research in regards to Monica Lewinsky and the astrology. And this is after I watched several Monica Lewinsky interviews and Hillary Clinton's interview. And this is before I watched the Jennifer Flowers video. And so these two female astrologers, they basically said that, oh, we're not going to talk about Monica Lewinsky and the sexual scandal because she's been through so much. She's a victim. And I'm like, and I mean, after watching the documentary in regards to Hillary Clinton and what Hillary Clinton had to go through in regards to being a female all the way back in the, I'm not gonna call it. Well, I can't remember it. I can't remember it. 1990s. Anyway, but being a female back when things were not so acceptable in regards to females being the boss, she claims now that she was the victim, and Hillary Clinton, she is like nobody has came to Hillary, even though Hillary Clinton was complicit. Hillary Clinton is more of a victim than anybody, and that's you can say she's a participating victim, but still she's the most she's the one who went through a lot. She had to stay with that man to stay with to make sure that one, the country stayed together, and two, that Chelsea Clinton, that she had a father in her life, and etc. etc. Anyway, where am I going to end at? Let me see here. Let me try to see if I can end on a funny note. Ooh. Okay. But yeah, I was watching. Oh, speaking of people who, one, Hillary Clinton, she did not have a blueprint in regards to just I guess she did, but it's that blueprint, it became outdated in regards to just being what she was. I think she was with Madam Secretary. Like, she was the first woman to do what she did, or one of the first. But still, she had no previous example. Wait, no. There was Bobby. There was the wife of Kennedy. Anyway, anyway. What another thing I was looking at? I was thinking about Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown, and I was looking at Dolly Parton, and I saw one of her interviews one day, and there was just this quote in regards to I think let me pause. Yeah, but there was this quote in regards to let me think. I don't have it off the hand, but I'm a butcher it, and I'm gonna say this how I perceived it. But anyway, they were asking Dolly Parton about basically her image and her husband. And Dolly Parton, she was classy and country. She shut it down. Anyway, she shut it down. But anyway, when they alluded to her husband, and her husband and her being on the road and him being at the house by himself, what she said was basically, I got too much stuff to do than to be sitting around worrying about what that man doing. I want to live my life, and he gonna live his, and we gonna be married. The end. And I'm like, if Hillary Clinton did that, she would probably be president right now. And if she divorced him, or if she'd probably be president right now. And because the thing about it is that she was in the mindset that she had to exude perfection, and it's just not sustainable. Perfection is just not sustainable. What I put serial home wrecking whore. Define home wrecking and whore. What? Oh, sorry. And this is part of the bigger video. Oops. Anyway, I want to say it then. If Hillary Clinton referred to some female, apparently there's a lot of them. So, and this is not against Hillary Clinton, but if Hillary Clinton, if she would have came off on it, and it's because there was several interviews in regards to several incidents, but if she would have came off and said, and she consented to it, that she's an adult, if she would have followed up with the bullying victim, serial home wrecking whore, and also like, do you know what I have to deal with in regards to name calling and bullying? That's if she would have shut them down like Dolly Parton did. She would have probably won in 2016. Like, should have been like, oh yeah, I know I may have, but what would you have done if you kept getting asked the same question over and over and over again, and it's not going away. I mean, and then all you had to do was just do it one time, and they'd be like, refer back to that video, refer back to that interview. I said what I had to say. Next question, please. And that would be the end of that. If she did that, we would have had the first female president. Let's see here. Serial home wrecking whore. that would have been epic. Honestly, you serial home wrecking, you bitch whore. not bimbo. No, you had to go. You had to contact the clause. And back it would say something else. Say something. I'm telling you. Anyway, but honestly, it's not really the women's fault. It kind of is, though. They knew that she was married to the man. He is the president. He's the president of the smallest dick club, and I mean, he's very, very well endowed. He's a lot of people will be satisfied. Apparently, they were, or maybe they was dissatisfied. Anyway, Hillary Clinton did not deserve that bill. Anyway, and all the other people who knew what they were doing by getting with the man. What was my point? Because nobody ever stood up for Hillary Clinton. Nobody. I'm watching these interviews. I'm like, Jesus Christ, they're going in on Hillary Clinton and they're praising Monica Lewinsky. I mean, they're praising a lot of females that they and when the Me Too movement hit, it's like this man is like, this man ducking. He ain't even ducking the dodge. He's like, what's happening? Like he don't know. It's like he don't know what's going on in regards to everybody getting taken down, and he was the first one. It wasn't Harvey Weinstein. He was the first one, allegedly. But if you look at the track record, it's a long track record. Anyway, again, Hillary Clinton did not deserve that. And I'm saying this because my ex is a Scorpio, and I kind of hate you. But anyway, is that it for me? Yeah, but I was saying that pretty much in regards to Bill Clinton, I would not be shocked that around October 11th or during these subpoenaed say confessions, the subpoena confessions, the subpoena jury, whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if some stuff came out that Bill Clinton had an extramarital child, maybe, or 10 or 20. And they had the DNA results, and it's like they had like this Maury situation or Jerry Springer situation, and and Judge Janine Piero or whatever. She's like the line of test, the DNA test results have confirmed that you are the father, and this is said like 20 doggone times. Let me stop. 20, Jesus Christ. He had those. How? What? It's going to be shocking. I don't know. I just know it's going to be shocking, whatever it is. And I know that for some reason in Bill Clinton's chart, at first he's going to be upset about something, or he's going to lose something, and then days later, he's going to get lucky, And so that's shocking. And then later on, it's like shock around the whole situation. So I'm like, and that's do I have the let me see here. Are these transits or progressions? I hope this is not wrong because I got my notes jumbled up. But anyway, I think on September 25th, the entire month of I think this is him. I think on August 28th, 2025, for Bill Clinton, his sun progressive moon is going to trine his natal Mercury. And the thing about it is that he may say something or receive some news. He may give an order. Because I think around this same time, Pete Hegseth is going to have an aspect of Uranus, which is going to be shocking for him. The Vance family, they're going to have progressive aspects to Mars, which is going to make them angry or whatever. And so that's around August 28th, 29th, 30th, the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th in regards to August and September. Let's see here. And then on September 25th, 2025, his progressive is going to trine Saturn. That means it's going to be a loss for him or a block for him. Something bad is going to happen in regards to Bill Clinton. On October 5th, 2025, progressive moon is going to aspect his progressed Jupiter. And he's going to get lucky. And I think on October 11th, 2025, that's when his progressed Uranus is going to conjoin his natal Uranus. So something weird, something shocking and weird, and good and bad happens for Bill Clinton around this time, around these next few months, between September and October. Let's see here. What am I missing? Let me pause. Okay, but yeah, I think I'm almost done. I'll repeat myself one more time because this is going to be my third time saying it. But I'm just saying that, like I said, shock. That's all I know pretty much. Oh, you know what? It is Saturn and it is Jupiter. Maybe something could come out where there's some terrible news for Bill Clinton. And maybe it could be that he's caught cheating again, or they find out that he has a kid. Is this okay? This is the long version. Okay, wow. Okay, but they find out that he has a kid or something like that, and they can test for it because they have the semen from the Monica Lewinsky dress, and like that's on. And then I think that's like I said, Bill Clinton, he has an aspect of Saturn, so he hears the bad news. It happens, and yet Hillary Clinton probably just stays with him in regards to the Jupiter aspect instead of just divorcing him. I'm just guessing, and this is one conspiracy theory. Conspiracy theory. Anyway, this is still recording for the long part. Anyway, but that's my conspiracy theory, and I mean that definitely may not happen. But all I know is just shock is going to happen during October, and the resources are there to even check for a love child. The Monica Lewinsky dress is there. That would be insane. Freaking insane. Shocking. So yeah. But like I said, that may not happen. I'm just saying that shock. That's all that you can really say in regards to Uranus conjunct progress Uranus conjunct Uranus. Oh, just a world shock. What house is it in, as a matter of fact? Let me see. Is this the right phone? Just give me 1 second. Okay. So it seems like his natal Uranus is inside of the 9th house. So maybe a shock in regards to the courts. Let's see here. You pause one more time. Okay, but first I need to add this excerpt. I had to pause this and do some other stuff, but still, let's see here. What I was saying was pretty much Monica Lewinsky. You know what? In regards to Monica Lewinsky and being a victim, apparently, because I was finna take Monica Lewinsky's side. Come to find out that Monica Lewinsky, she was with some other man, some other married man, when she got with Bill Clinton, even though she claimed that she loved him. Let's see. There was something else about Bill Clinton too. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Pretty much Bill Clinton. In regards to Jennifer Flowers, he denied and denied having relations with Jennifer Flowers. I think the incident, well, not the incident, when she was in a 12-year situation with him. Anyway, on the point, he denied it, and so the impeachment of Bill Clinton is what led to the truth coming out, and that was around the time that the Starr report was released. So, not the impeachment, but the entire Monica Lewinsky scandal. That is what led to Jennifer, Jesus Christ, Flowers, her claims being legitimized. So whatever happens January and May of next year, and even this year, something is going to get uncovered in regards to Bill Clinton. Possibly. And so whatever alleged crimes that he did, that's going to be held to the fire and it's going to be tested. Whatever he said about it is going to be tested. So let's see here. Oh, so I was saying that the Uranus conjunction is going to happen inside Bill Clinton's 9th house. Anyway, I'm still trying to get the information. I had to stop and do something else. But let me pause real quick. Okay, I'm back again. So I forgot where I stopped at, but so let's see here. Bill Clinton, it's not it's not outside the realm of possibility. One second. But yeah, Bill Clinton, it's not outside the realm of possibility that some stuff comes out in regards to him. Let's see here. And that is what I was saying the entire time. Where's his progressed moon at? It's in the 7th house. And let me see here. Where is his? Sorry, give me 1 second. Where are you? There you are, right there. Oh, he's about to go through an interesting time. So, Bill Clinton, he's about to go through Saudi Sati in a few years. That's next year. Whew. Okay. It makes sense. So yeah. Anyway, these next 2 years is going to be bad for Bill Clinton. It's right here in astrology, in the astrology. I didn't look at transits. I usually only look at progressions. And yeah. Anyway, I said it's only going to be exposed. Something shocking, maybe a kid. But do you have anything inside of the 5th house? Yes, he does. He has Pluto there. And Rahu's going to go into that sign. Anyway. Pause for a second. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. But anyway, I stopped this video like 10 times before. Doing too much stuff. But let's see here. Yeah. I guess I'll finish off by saying that pretty much, like I said, during the impeachment of Bill Clinton and all that stuff, Jennifer Flowers was she was exonerated in regards to her claims in regards to the sexual harassment that Bill Clinton allegedly put her through. Yeah, and yet still now, the Me Too movement did nothing to Bill Clinton, and yet his past is full of a lot of sexual stories. It's funny how the same, like with Hunter Biden, a lot of stuff that came, the laptop, it being released, the laptop contents being released, and you saw some of the craziness that went on inside the White House. I mean, I kind of wish I was there though. That looked fun. I mean, seriously, but I mean, I'm not going to defend nobody. Anyway, yeah. I think that used to be like what was shown on the TV, like what you would expect of like what goes on behind the scenes at these parties and these celebrity parties and stuff like that. So, anyway, a little of my mindset. I kind of expected stuff like that, but still. Let's see here. And apparently Monica Lewinsky was it? What does the article say? It says the writing teacher, the drama teacher, his wife, and their babysitter. What's he saying that Monica Lewinsky's the article? It says it right. You can't. There we go. The whore. What is that? You can't say that. Okay. It's bright. It's brightening up now. The writing teacher. This is the long form video. Oh God, I'm gonna get canceled before I even get a video, a good amount of views. Hillary Clinton's hurt worse. Hillary Clinton's hurt worse. So, whatever. I'm in defense of Hillary Clinton. Nobody should have to go through all that stuff. It has no. And as a matter of fact, it has no names right here. It just says the writing teacher, the drama teacher, his wife, and their babysitter. Why did they include the dog? Why not? The dog too. Was it? And I'll take your little dog too. Anyway, wait, now I get your little dog too. Talk about a villain. Oh shit. I mean, old stuff. I mean, whatever. I'm not gonna be famous anyway. And I had the right to my opinion. That's my First Amendment right. And all this is my opinion. And astrology really is it's technically not a science yet. 5 inches long. And I'm done. I'll probably will edit this video and add some pictures to it. And then let's see here. The dates in the future to worry about in regards to Donald Trump is going to be on the 22nd of August this month. And the 23rd, from the 22nd of August all the way throughout the entire month of September, because it's like with a new moon could mean a loss, and it being on Donald Trump's ascendant, it could be a loss of or for him. So, but then again, maybe because the full moons in the past in regards to Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, they didn't really. That's what I said. Transits can be iffy. I said in the previous video, but not in the previous video, but in a video that I posted a while ago. Transits, I don't really use transits that often because they can be iffy. Let's see here. And I think I'm gonna end on this. I'm repeating myself, but still, whatever. I think I already said this. Courtney Love says she's good in bed because she's unattractive. After claiming on the Howard Stern show she had an affair with Gavin Rossdale after he married No Doubt singer Gwen Stefani. Love tells music journalist Toure, Toure, so how you say it, she's a love goddess. She's, end quote, because I was never pretty. Pretty girls just lie there. Us girls who grew up a little more homely have to try a lot harder. That's why pretty girls never threaten me. It's like, yeah, you want to take me on? Take me on. Go for it. End quote. Toure interviewed Love for Fuses on the record show. So this mindset is what women had to go through back in the day. And now little girls, now they have makeup. And I mean, you have boys or men putting on makeup. And a quote I've heard from a set of boys, they said that you're not ugly, you're just lazy. So basically, you have makeup now to cover up your flaw, your perceived flaws in regards to this. Yeah, what we perceive as attractive. So let's see here. Yep, that was from celebitchy.com. That's the name of the website. Celebitchy.com. So I didn't quote Courtney Love. The website did. I just quoted the website. Or maybe I am quoting Courtney Love. Whatever. I think that is. Wasn't there another quote? I've already said it, in regards to Dolly Parton. She said she ain't thinking about no man. She gonna handle her business, and if he want to leave, he done messed up. I want to talk about Nicki Minaj. That's what I want to talk about. Nicki Minaj. She pretty much coined the phrase that I'm the pink print in itself. She's like, I changed up the game. She's like, well, she changed up the game. Like she didn't really have too many. She had a few people to pull ideas from, but it's Nicki Minaj is up to how do you say this? My phone going off. Well, she's the queen. I'll leave it at that. Okay, I can't get my words out. She's the queen. She is considered the queen of rap for a reason. Leave it at that. She was the first one to do it the way she did it. She can hate me for my politics or whatever, but it is what it is. And if this ever blows up, because I am defending a woman, I am defending Hillary Clinton, even though I'm in the middle. If this ever blows up, I want Nicki Minaj to give a certain game tuber and her boyfriend, and maybe a few of her friends, an autograph. But I want her to write one specific. I want to do a prank on a game tuber or whatever. So yeah, that'd be interesting. Anyway, I want to end it right here, and I guess I'll make another video roughly in about like 10 days, because the astrology is there's not that much going on right now. There's a lot of stuff going on inside of politics, but stuff in regards to the astrology that I look at and the astrology that I feel comfortable with in regards to that gives me results, so I can give you results. It's not going to be nothing's going to be going down until about, I think, August the 23rd or 22nd. So anyway, bye for now.